And third time's the charm, isn't it, folks? Anyways, you know what time it is. It's time for the Playpod hosted by yours truly, Pretty Princess. And what I want to talk about this week is, and I'm sure we've all seen the news on it, the whole military ban with Trump on trans people in the military, which it's bullshit. And like, I'm not, and yeah, I'm a little pissed because it's like, what the fuck? But at the same time, I'm more like, well, why is this a thing? Like, what is the point of this? I mean, we all know he's distracted from the fact that he's got no plans for the Obamacare. He's got nothing to replace that. The whole Russian hack and the fact that he has no clue what the fuck he's doing in office. But he did that because he said, yeah, why not? This will keep people happy. But, although the best thing is, though, like, the military advisors didn't even get, like, a paperwork or didn't get any, like, anything. He just blurred this out. And they're like, and the military's like, we're not doing this. We've got nothing for this. And the thing is, they were originally doing a study to see how many trans people were in the military, and he just went nuts with it. Although there's really not that much, and I mean, I think the main reason why he did it was because Obama made it where trans people could serve in the military, and this is him just being like, oh well, I want to undo everything Obama did, so let me undo this. But I've seen numbers range from like 1,300 to 6,600 of trans people in the military, which is, I mean, that's a lot, yes, but compared to how big the military is, that's still a very tiny number. And when it comes to the whole people transitioning in the military, I've seen numbers from 25 to 130 per year of people transition while in the military, which again is still a low number. So, like, I'm sorry, but if you want to serve our country, you should have every right to join the military, no matter what your sexual preference is, no matter any of that bullshit. It should not matter. And someone brought up a good point. When you go in the military, you see a lot. When you go to the military and go overseas, you see some fucked up shit. So if you see someone transition seeing someone transition, I'm sure is the least of what our boys have seen. That's probably the most normal thing they'll say. And I'm not trying to. What's the word I'm looking for here? Like, I'm not trying to be mean. I'm just saying, like, compared to what our boys have seen overseas, I'm sure a person in transition, they're like, oh, that's normal. All right, whatever. I can deal with that. I'll deal. But like I said, I think this is just Trump being like, oh, I want to do everything Obama did, even though this has no effect on anything, and this is actually a good thing, but because I'm Trump and I gotta please people and distract people. You know, hey, fuck it. I'm gonna screw people over because I can. Although the LBGT community was pissed, and they have every right to be at that one. And that actually brings me up to my next topic I want to talk about today is censorship. And when I mean censorship, now I'm talking about when your political opinion is different than what the government or what this person in power is like, and they're like, nope, you're getting censored because you're not agreeing with this. Now, it's not that censorship is all fun and dandy. It's one thing if, like, let's say there's a movie on TV and you guys censor out some of the cuss words. Okay, fine, whatever. I mean, I remember watching FX, and I remember Mr. and Mrs. Smith they'd bleep out the words in that. You know, that technically is a form of censorship, but that's like, well, okay, there's kids that watch this. You know, that I understand, and my thing is, I am all for free speech. It is an amendment right, and as an American, you do have the right to say things. Now, does that mean you can sit there and be a racist son of a bitch and just start spouting hate and using the Free Speech Act? No, I think that's crossing the line. And I know when it comes to free speech, that line of what's okay to say and what's not gets blurred as years go on. I've seen it. And it's one thing if, oh, hey, here's something happening, here's my opinion, and this is just what I feel. Fine. But it is another thing, though, when you sit there and then just start doing the most racist BS out there. And it's like, no, buddy, this is wrong. This is not... dude, and don't use the free speech as a way to cover you. You just want to be an asshole. You just want to sit there and abuse the Constitution to your will because you're an asshole. We've all seen it. We've all seen it done. I'm not gonna bullshit that one, but, and not only that, but like, you know, with censorship too, there's the fear of, you know, Big Brother watching, which listen, I'm against the government spying on people as much as the next person is. I am. At the same time, though, I do believe that the police are can do some things like, and this is me showing my age here a little bit. If anyone remembers MySpace back from the day, and when I was growing up, there were a lot of pedophiles going on MySpace to get kids, and I remember cops would sit there and pretend to be kids to get these pedophiles. I was okay with that. I thought that was actually really a good idea. That's to me. I thought, okay, that's the police using technology to its advantage. Yes, let's do that. But what I'm talking about though is the fact that I'm trying to remember this story as much as I can. I remember there was this League of Legends player who put something up on Facebook, and some old lady reported him. I mean, I'm not. He said something about like. He said something pretty. In today and right now, it'd be considered kind of messed up, and I don't want to repeat it because he said something that involved schools, and I'm just gonna leave it like that. And some old lady reported him on it, and then the next thing you know, FBI's at his house, breaking down his door, getting to him. I thought that was a little much because it's like, okay, this is some kid just talking match smack online because he wants to prove he's tough. Do you really have to raid the kid's house? Like, come on. Are we really going that far? So if you guys do a little bit of, come on, government, do a little bit of research and actually look at this kid and you realize that he ain't no threat. He's just some kid talking smack. I can understand maybe, deactivating. I can understand if Facebook said, okay, you said this, your Facebook's banned for 30 days or something like that. Okay, fine. No, that's the appropriate action to that comment. Not the FBI come to your house. That's a little much. I'm just saying. And I mean, I think that's all I'm going to say on censorship. Like I said, it's good in certain points, but I do believe that the government and YouTube too, because I know YouTube, and as I'm saying that, as I'm my stuff on YouTube is notorious for it too. There's plenty of YouTubers who've had their stuff demonetized because of something they said that, it was against the government or some bullshit like that, folks. Because, why the fuck not, right? Okay, now, the last thing I want to talk about today is Obamacare and what Trump has planned to do with it. He has nothing planned. Now, Obamacare was not a bad idea. It gave people health insurance, which this country needed. But the problem was, though, Republicans tore it through shreds, and I mean, the country was getting so bad that people were going to hospitals just to get help, and hospitals were closing because of that. Like, Obamacare, in a lot of ways, I did think was needed. I just don't think it was done right. And I'm not trying to be a racist person here, and I'm not agreeing with racism. But if you're going to sit there and tell me that the U.S. government didn't like him, but if you're going to sit there and tell me that, oh, the government didn't like him because he was more all Democrat, and all the Republicans in there were a little bit racist towards him, had some prejudice towards him, if you're sitting there saying that didn't exist, I'm going to call your uncle bullshit. The government, those senators and those House Republicans, there was prejudice and racism towards him. It might not have been said. I know they don't want to admit it, and no one wants to say it, but I will be the person to say that, the government kind of effed him because, yeah, he was black, and I'm sure the Republicans hated that a little bit. I'll say it. I'm not agreeing with it. I think it's wrong, but I do think that was a major factor when it came to Obamacare, was the fact that the Republicans were trying to fuck him over as much as they could. At the same time, though, Obama also did get unemployment below 9%, which is an all-time low. So I'm not gonna hate the guy. He did try to give people health insurance. He got the unemployment rate down. He did sit there and go green. Like, he actually was trying to fix things, but again, everyone just wants to F him over, and then Trump, and the main reason why Trump's even doing anything, because he just wants to be like, oh, I'm gonna undo everything Obama did. It's like, no, don't. Obama did some good things that actually did work. Please stop. I'm not saying Obamacare is perfect. No, Obamacare needed to be fixed. It really did. But Trump's gonna put nothing in play, and then for 2 years we're not gonna have health insurance. Are you fucking kidding me, man? That's really the reason why we're gonna do this, because you just don't like the guy that much? Come on. Well, I think that's all the time I have today for this episode, and I don't mean, and if I'm pissing people off, please understand this is just my opinion on the matter of things that I'm thinking about today. So, as always, folks, until next time, pretty princess, peace out. Peace and love. Bye.